Now, in this video, we are going to look at eternal spiration. And this concept is summarized in the Nicene Creed, showing us that the Holy Spirit proceeds from the Father and the Son. The term spiration simply means that the Holy Spirit proceeds from the Father and the Son. But this is not just referring to the Spirit being sent by the Father and Son only in history. This also includes eternity, even though it's not stated. But historically speaking, when the church reads this creed, the church understands it as the Spirit proceeds from the Father and the Son in eternity. However, the problem is that we don't have a single text in the Bible that explicitly says that the Spirit proceeds from the Father and Son from eternity. All the texts in the Bible, such as the Gospel of John, only mentions the Spirit proceeds from the Father and the Son in salvation history. But we can derive this theology based on the assumption that the economic mirrors the immanent. Because the Spirit is being sent by the Father and the Son in salvation history, so we can assume that based on consistency, the Spirit also eternally proceeds from the Father and Son in eternity. Just to recap what is immanent and economic, the right side shows that the economic is about what God does in salvation history in relation to his creatures. Whereas the left side regarding immanent is about who God is in eternity without any relation to his creatures. Just like eternal generation, where there are two aspects, the generation of the person and the communication of divine essence, meaning the Father generates the Son in eternity, and the Father communicates the divine essence to the Son in eternity. Likewise, eternal spiration also have two aspects. The Father and the Son spirates out the person of the Spirit in eternity, and the divine essence is communicated from the Father and the Son to the Spirit in eternity. And even though there is not a single Bible verse that explicitly states that there is a communication of divine essence in eternal spiration, we can and we must assume this. Otherwise, it will lead to polytheism. To explain further, as demonstrated in our previous video, the Father does indeed communicate the divine essence to the Son. But if the Father and the Son does not communicate divine essence to the Spirit, that would imply the Spirit has its own distinct divine essence. And that would mean that there will be two divine essence, which means two gods, hence polytheism. Therefore, to avoid this error, we must assume that there is communication of essence from the Father and the Son to the Spirit in eternal spiration. So in short, just as there is a communication of essence when the Son is begotten from the Father in eternity, likewise there is a communication of essence when the Spirit proceeds from the Father and the Son in eternity. Here are some scriptural references. Notice that all of them are speaking about the Spirit being sent by the Father and the Son in salvation history rather than eternity. You can pause the video to read these references more carefully at your own time. Here's a next slide for other references. Here is the final slide. So that's it. Thank you for watching this video. Our next video, we are going to learn why the Trinity only has one mind and one consciousness, even though there are three persons in the Trinity. See you all next time. Thank you.